Alright guys, we got our ingredients for our chickpeas crackers here. We got chickpeas flour, also known as gram flour or besan flour. We got sesame seeds. These are brown sesame seeds. You can use black, white, brown. And we have some avocado oil. And we also have here in this bowl some sea moss gel. We're gonna slowly add our sea moss here, and we're looking for a flaky consistency before we add our avocado oil. So we're gonna put this in our food processor and mix it up. You guys pardon my hand crank food processor. At this point it should look kind of flaky, but it should not be ready to bind, and that's okay. We're still gonna add some oil. Forgot to add the salt. I'm just gonna put it in now. This is sea salt. It is optional. We're gonna slowly add a little bit more oil to see if it comes together this time. So it still hasn't quite come together how I want it, so I'm not gonna go crazy on this oil because then your crackers will get too oily. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more sea moss, and that should be enough moisture to bind it. But just add it slowly now. You don't wanna have it too wet. So the dough should come together and form little ball bearing size pieces, little beads, and that's the consistency that will work. I guess I forgot to show you how it should look, but I'll show you how it should look from a previous video, my flatbread video. Pretty much the same thing. The only difference is with the crackers, the dough will just look a little bit more moist. I'm just oiling up my hands a little bit so the dough doesn't stick to my hands. Shout outs to my good friend Darren who gave me the idea for this. Originally I was making flatbread, and he just mentioned in passing that, you know, you wanted to make some crackers, you just have to add a little bit of oil to the flour. And I just tried it, and it just came together on the first try. So get your rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin, maybe you have a mortar and pestle to get the pestle. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, maybe you can find yourself a glass bottle and use it as a rolling pin. Just clean it up first. Be inventive. Since we're making crackers, better off rolling this out into a square shape. I just have a bad habit of rolling them out round because I'm used to making flatbread. All right, once the dough is nice and flat and it's just about ready, I like to sprinkle some sesame seeds over. This is optional. And then I use the rolling pin to press them in. At this point, I like to finish shaping my dough and at the same time press the sesame seeds into the dough so that they stay affixed. At this point, I'll just take a knife and score the dough and go vertically and then go horizontally. I don't cut all the way through. I just kind of score it so that after I take these out the oven, they'll be able to break apart into individual squares. So it's ready to bake. We just transfer everything to some parchment paper now. We're gonna put it in an oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes or 150 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Now I'll manually break them apart. And to recap, we made these with just a few ingredients: chickpea flour, sea moss gel, avocado oil, sea salt, sesame seeds. I hope you remember that next time you buy crackers from the supermarket. Read the ingredient list on that. I guarantee you it'll be at least a half a paragraph. And that's all there is to it. Let these cool off and put them in storage for later or eat them now. Hope you enjoy. Tune in next time. Bye-bye.